Perfect Turd Podcast, episode number 20.
Yes.
A milestone episode.
Yes, it is. 20. I guess we can thank all the people who follow us and have watched our videos.
Heck yeah,
Still
man.
doing this. Yeah.
And we got a
And then,
good one today.
Boy,
And
oh boy.
you brought this one to my attention. Mutant Blast.
Yes, Mutant Blast. It was first. I guess it was done in 2018. Very interesting title. It is actually under the distribution of Troma. So this is a Portuguese B movie.
Well, it starts off pretty cool, I think.
Yes.
So there's this big dude. He's locked up in this like science lab or something.
That's my impersonation.
He looked just like him. This woman comes to do a rescue mission. She's rescuing him out. And they got to fight through like zombies and stuff.
Oh. They're not zombies.
They're not zombies.
That's the very funny thing. Out the word zombies until like further on in the movie.
Yeah. And every time someone said that they were zombies, she would correct them and be like, they're not zombies. And they'd be like, well, even though they move slow and
they have skin falling off. Nope.
Yeah. So that was a funny thing. So basically what the movie is about is you have an evil corporation or something that's doing experiments to try to create super soldiers.
Who are very stupid, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah. And the experiment gone wrong, and the kind of remnants of the people are turning into zombies. Except for that guy who's a super soldier. And I think it's kind of implied that the woman was a super soldier of some kind too.
Yeah.
Along the way, she meets up with some random guy.
Pedro.
He woke up from a long crazy party with a dick drawn on his face.
His birthday party, and he blacked out so much that he forgot the apocalypse, the zombie or not zombie apocalypse happened. And he just rushed back to him like in memory. He was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
And then like two zombies attack him.
Yeah. Yeah, so, and they basically, now they're together because she kind of saves him. And now they're going on this kind of mission together to get back to her base.
Well, she saves him.
Him.
When she tries to take out the super soldier and rescue him, he comes along and she accidentally kills him.
Yeah.
Basically trying to save Pedro.
Right.
So that was funny to me. That was hilarious.
That was funny. Along the way, like, the bad guys are dropping nuclear bombs to destroy the sectors and is creating nuclear fallout. So, like, stuff starts happening to people. Like, she grows an ear on her neck and he grows
a rat hand.
That was my favorite. I laughed so hard.
Hilarious. And the craziest part about it is they did that by mistake because they wanted normal bombs. And I guess someone heard nuclear bombs. So they fired nuclear bombs and they were like, well, who did that?
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, you just wanted normal bombs. He's like, yeah, I just wanted regular bombs.
Along the way, they meet up with another group of people that have been affected by the fallout. So you have like a crab man. You got a guy with like an arm growing out of his chest.
One has a hand growing out of his head.
Yeah.
One is a cyclops. One has a horn.
Yeah, it's really funny stuff. And the crab man was great. He was French. He just wants to get back to the sea to see his love of his life.
And he hates dolphins. Or is he jealous of dolphins or does he hate dolphins?
He hates dolphins because people like dolphins because they're cute.
Yes.
And they don't like crabs because they're ugly, so they eat crabs, but they want to save the dolphins.
And he's like, these are motherfuckers. Like, he hates dolphins for that. He's jealous of the dolphins, I feel like.
I laughed so hard because he was
that was hilarious.
Motherfuckers! And he just kept on repeating it in a French accent.
Yeah.
I love that part.
It was crazy. And then, while they're with that group, the other super soldier that they have.
Yeah, the bad guy super soldier came.
They kind of, he beats the shit out of then basically, and then leaves. Or like Pedro kind of saves the day, but Pedro is kind of an idiot, so
yeah, he just kind of runs off. They don't defeat him, but he just runs off.
Yes,
because then they end up with a big battle at the end.
After the rat battle.
Oh yeah! Over a sudden, a big giant rat comes
out of nowhere,
starts killing everyone.
Everybody,
just to take the rat hand off because it's the baby.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. Like the rat just comes out and the rat little hand was like, "Mommy," takes the rat hand off and goes away.
So, like we said, like towards the end, there's just a big battle with the super soldier and the woman.
Yeah.
That was another funny scene because Pedro saves the day, but he accidentally shoots her.
Yeah.
And she gets up and she's like, "You shot me in my tit."
Yeah, and she's like, "What are you, an idiot?" Like Pedro through this whole movie is just you know what Pedro is? He's a normal person.
Right.
And I think when we watch like a lot of zombie movies, we think, yeah, it's gonna be people are gonna change. No, he's just an idiot.
Yeah, like, everyone becomes a badass. Not Pedro.
No, he just he shoots her by accident.
Oh, by the way, we didn't mention it is a subtitled movie.
Yes, it is subtitled.
We did mention that it was from Portugal, but yeah, it's a subtitled movie.
With like when you look at the subtitles, they did something different to them too, where they have like a little edge to them.
Yes,
that was cool.
That was cool. I like that. Awesome. I like the way it looked, and it was easy to read.
Oh yeah, that's important because some of these movies have like white on white subtitles, and then you're looking at them like, what are they saying?
Yeah. So it basically ends where the I can't remember Maria,
yes.
Pedro, and the guy with the arm through his chest, one of the freaks or whatever, mutants, I should. They survive and they just become friends, like, and it just kind of ends like that, almost like there could be a sequel to this someday.
You know what? I wouldn't mind it. Oh, and then we lost the crab. We lost him. We lost him.
The crab has a death battle with the dolphin man.
That was great, and the movie ends. Yep.
Yeah, so that's like the basic rundown. All right, so now we get to discuss and rate this.
Man, oh man. Do you want to go first? Because I
sure, I'll go.
Go ahead.
I actually loved it. I thought it was really funny. The practical effects I thought were great.
Yes.
They did a really good job with the practical effects, and there was a lot of it. Yeah, like I said, it was like the right amount of humor. I could see how it fits well with like Troma and their style of humor and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I'm gonna say it's like a 4 out of 5, just because just the story in general, it wasn't much, but it was still a lot of fun. So for me, 4 out of 5. I really liked it, and I definitely recommend it.
Okay, I have to disagree. I give it a 5 out of 5.
Okay.
This movie was crazy because it's like, when I think of these B movies, it's like, okay, the story was like all over the place, but it kept me like, oh my gosh, she grew an ear. He has a rat hand. A rat came out of nowhere and killed everybody. You have a lobster and a dolphin humanoid fighting each other. So this movie, I would say it's a 5 out of 5. I think it is a movie that is recommended, like, B movie stuff, because it's so crazy. And so that takes over like the lack of plot, because the plot is just like things happening, but I enjoyed it. And to your point, the special effects were really good because they would show like the cutting off heads and stomping on people's faces and blowing up. But I think what they did is probably because in Premiere now they have this morph cut thing where it makes things like seamless.
Right.
But you have to do it in a way where you have enough frames that it can morph together. And I think they did that very well with the practical shooting of it and the editing of it.
It almost seems like, just kind of a glance at the credits, like a lot of people doing multiple jobs on the film too. Like a small group of people coming together to make a film. And I love that aspect of it as well.
Yeah. And I really like the characters because Maria, like, she has to compensate for Pedro's stupidity.
Yeah.
And I feel like that was a funny switch, like we said, because it's like with Walking Dead, everybody becomes a badass. No, Pedro is just dumb.
And you don't get that a lot in B movies. A lot of the characters are like, you don't care about them or whatever. Like, they develop a good bond throughout this movie, and it's actually really good.
I would recommend this movie just to be like, you want to see some crazy shit? See this movie. And I mean, we talked about it before. It might be a setup for a sequel. I'm down.
Yeah, totally. It seems like they can definitely make another one of these. And like I said, go see this movie. Or we watched it on Troma now.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And I think that's the only place where you can watch it. So
you can download it from there. You can buy it.
Yeah. So, and we'll put the link to that in the video. So people, you'd need to find this movie. So yeah, Mutant Blast.
Yes, go Good see one. It.
Go see it. Perfect Turd Podcast, episode 20.
Yes.
Peace.
Deuces.